Hey guys, Dakara here and welcome back to my channel, and today we're on season 3 episode 11 of Grimm. So let's roll that intro and get straight into it. Here we go. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. Is she infected? Oof, what are you doing that for? Please stop.
Southwest Hills. I sell him a security system.
This dude's in quite a lot, isn't it? Isn't he? Sorry, isn't it?
She opens up the door. She's wearing nothing but a puffy bathrobe.
We love a poofy bathrobe.
Need to drop a bomb.
Lovely.
What do you want?
You don't know?
What is happening here?
I'm not going away until you admit what you did.
That was so weird.
You had a letter from your mom?
Oh, yeah, that came a couple days ago.
And you never said anything.
Like the first communication you've had with your mother, and
7 years.
seems to me like she's kind of reaching out to you.
Will you come with me?
He looks pleased that she's, and honoured that she's asked that.
I'm telling you, she's in Portland. I just saw her at the hall.
I just saw her at the hall.
Come back here again. I'm gonna throw your ass in jail.
I'm never going away.
What could this be? She clearly knows something that he's done and he wants to hide that.
Crazy bitch.
Holy Jesus. Lion meets scorpion? What in the what? Okay. We have a new vessel. I don't think we've seen this one before, right?
Mr. Dodge found the body inside and called.
John was a good man. I worked with him at the company since 2011.
That's always what they say, isn't it? I have no idea. He was a good man. He's a good woman.
Killed in his own home, had his gun right next to him, didn't call 911, didn't turn on the alarm.
Because he was hiding something. Hmm.
The cops are still here.
Oh, hiding something, are we?
Frankie's in Portland.
I recognise him as well.
You think she killed Ron?
I don't think she could.
We have to be there by 5:30. They eat early.
They.
My sister's going to be there. I'm really glad you're going with me.
I feel like you're going to need the backup.
A bottle of wine would be nice for my mom. And a quart of Jack Daniels for the martyr.
Some resentment there.
An old friend's dropped by to see you. He hasn't seen you since Iraq. You two catch up. I'll get you something to eat.
Okay, so something went down in Iraq. She's fuming about it and getting a revenge one by one.
I really like your wife. I guess you never told her about us.
Get out of here or I'm calling the police.
I want you to call the police.
So she wants them to admit something that they did. Did they sexually assault her in Iraq?
Did he leave with anyone?
No.
Was he with anyone while he was here?
Yeah, the regulars.
And a girl, you remember the girl, right?
When I cleaned his table last night, I found what I thought was something pretty weird. A cocktail napkin with blood on it.
Is this it?
Yeah.
How do you get yourself to bleed like that? Pattern, I don't know.
Oh my god. I have anxiety for him. As someone that has had difficulty with my family, I feel this.
Let's do this.
You've got this, Rosalie. I'm sure you've tackled worse. Deep breaths, Rosalie, deep breaths. I love him.
Thanks.
Oh.
Good thing you got here when you did. Dinner's almost ready.
Oh, she looks like a piece of work.
What the hell are you doing, Frankie?
Oh, she was in the army. Confirmed.
Do you know who the woman could have been?
No. Ron loved the ladies.
Oh, he's a good liar as well. Great stuff.
Does this mean anything to you?
No.
Clearly does, because he froze then. Couldn't lie then, could you?
They were all in Iraq at the same time. They're all ex-military, but only the army guy's dead. I got a hit on Robert Hammond. He's dead. A week ago.
About a week ago.
Home invasion.
Right, so she got there first. Oh, we're back in Vienna. Adelind, I've kind of missed you, won't I? Yep, you are indeed being watched. Baby doesn't want you drinking, whatever that is. Or maybe, you know, have those gifts more so. We've got an angry royal.
You need to calm down.
You need to calm down.
I think we have to come clean.
Forget it. It's her word against ours.
I told Betsy.
This guy reminds me of that Tate guy. Just look at him.
Jim, we were wrong. This is the only way.
He's gonna kill him now?
Some kind of power surge and the lights exploded. I don't think it had anything to do with her.
You can be sure. Won't be long now.
How do you think that they weren't related? Like, hello? She screamed out and then the lights blew.
So two of these 4 men are dead, killed in the same way within a week of each other.
Now, could one of them be killing the others?
I'm glad we've got him back in the office again because it feels more like old times, you know?
See, I felt I had to come home after my father died. I came home and you didn't. But not showing up for your own father's funeral, even a drug addict can pay a little respect.
Stop it!
It's tense, this, isn't it?
A new boyfriend / dealer, you just couldn't.
I was in jail. Yet not a day goes by that I don't regret not being able to say goodbye to Dad.
Rosalie, no idea.
I'm not crying. I'm not crying. You're crying.
You really did these things?
I wanted to turn myself in at the time.
Your confession? Burn it.
What the hell did these guys do?
Betsy!
Couldn't read enough of that then.
Betsy!
Sweet Jesus. I pooped a bit then.
Break my little sister's heart. I'll kill you.
Okay, that took a turn.
You said they were exempt from prosecution. Were they ever brought up on charges for anything?
Said that Ron and his Artemis guys had raped her.
What was the name of this specialist?
Frankie Gonzalez.
Do you remember the date this attack on Gonzalez happened?
November 11th, 2010.
It's a date.
Oh.
Nurses are waving at me. It's time for my chemo.
He's not in the hospital at all, is he? He's in Portland. It's him. He's the one killing him.
Specialist Francesca Frankie Gonzalez. Hold on, let me get there.
He didn't get to burn it.
Both victims died from an excessive dose of neurotoxin. The closest match is scorpion venom.
That's unrelated.
November 11th, day Frankie was attacked.
Can you just piece that back together? Yep, there we go.
Okay, what about that?
Manticore.
Manticore.
Part Lowen. It also had a scorpion-like tail.
Part Lowen. We've seen Lowens before.
You have no fear of death.
I don't like that no fear of death thing.
Nick has no fear of death either, so.
To the gang rape of Frankie Gonzalez.
They gang raped her.
She's our Manticore.
Oh my Jesus!
Back away, Frankie! Don't fight this. If you do, you're gonna get hurt. We don't want that now against the car.
Oh my God, the way he just blew that. Oh, I hope he does get killed. I'll lock his ass up for a long time.
All I wanted was for them to confess, and they wouldn't.
I'm a Grimm. And you're a Manticore, and that's how you killed them.
And you don't know much.
Oh.
Who else knows that you're here?
The only one is my old CO, but he's in the hospital.
I'm just getting the justice you deserve. I told you they'd never confess. Should have done this years ago.
You said you had something I'd be interested in.
The restricted complaint I filed November 12th, 2010. Last copy.
I hope they're late. I hope they're late at getting there. I don't know if that makes me a bad person, but...
But I didn't kill Troy and his wife. That must have been you.
Oh, he's one.
It's in our nature.
That looked awesome. Oh my God. Please let the CO win. Careful, Nick.
McCabe! Back away!
No!
On the ground.
Hands where I can see them. It was self-defense.
Oh yeah, look like it.
You can't arrest him for what he did to Frankie, but you can for what he did to me.
The colonel left the hospital 4 weeks ago. They'd only given him 3 months to live. It was his shot at redemption.
Oh.
The colonel was a good soldier.
And so were you.
Are they putting all the deaths on that douchebag? Oh, that was a heavy one. A heavy episode. But I liked it. I definitely liked it. So the stuff with Frankie was intense. It really was. No one deserves to go through what she went through, and I can see why the colonel tried his best to right their wrongs. Especially if he only had three months left to live. He just thought, sod it. These will be 4 less evils in the world. And one of the guys did genuinely feel bad about it, but the other 3 they just seemed to be looking out for themselves. It was really, really dark. I'm glad that the confession was salvaged as well. That was good. And mainly I'm just happy that Frankie got some peace, some closure, and hopefully, having received that, she can find some peace within herself now and to move forward a bit. I mean, you can never forget any sort of trauma like that, but hopefully she can, deal with it a little bit better now moving forward as well. And interesting that she was is it a Steinadler? The bird type Vesson. I don't think that they expected that at all. I know I didn't. And it was interesting to see a different version of that. I love that every person that is a Vesson, you can tell which type of Vesson they are, but they all look kind of different. And I love that. It's a small detail, but one that I think is extremely important. And they did it well. Even the 2 fighting, the scorpions fighting at the end, you could see the difference between the 2 of them. It looked brilliant. Cracking CGI. And the fight scene was really, really well done as well. So we also had the stuff with Adelind in this one as well. The baby's obviously getting stronger, getting bigger, giving Adelind a bit of grief as well by the looks of things. And her some power as well. Renard is aware of it and has got a close eye on Adelind and what she's up to, which is good. But he is back in the office, so he's not as hands-on as I'm sure he'd like to be. The Rosalie and Monroe stuff in this one was really strong. I really related to it in a big way. It's probably why I got a little bit emotional there. Trouble with family is always hard. It's always hard. And loss is really hard as well. When you combine them with family, it's a tough one because everyone handles it so differently as well. And even there, when the sister, was it Diana, when she let it all off her chest and they had that Barney or whatever you want to call it at the table, as soon as everything was aired, the first thing she did was go and threaten Monroe that if he hurt her sister, she would kill him. So clearly she loves her sister a lot. I think the not knowing the details and trying to fill in the blanks. And I think sometimes when things are left unsaid or discussed, people let their minds do the filling in and then rage brews from that. It can be a really toxic thing. So I think having this discussion was extremely important in all of their lives and their relationships with each other. 7 years, that is a long time. And let's just hope that they can deal with it a little bit more now. Fingers crossed there. Great episode yet again. But again, they didn't push the main story forward much at all, other than the Adelind section. Everything else was very much so Monster of the Week. I just don't know when they're gonna hit me with the main arc, and I'm sure I'm gonna be stunned from it. But I'm constantly waiting. I'm constantly on edge at this point. But again, I'm still enjoying it. Just so you guys know, I'm still enjoying it. I'm just surprised that the route that they're going down is they're going back to a slow burner. But hopefully it'll be worth the wait, as I'm sure it will be. After season 1, I'm definitely sure it will be. But I want to thank you all for watching my video. I really do appreciate it. And if you enjoyed it, give this video a cheeky thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you could be so kind. But as always, there is no pressure here. I want to give a massive shout out to my sponsors and those on the Mark of Jane on YouTube. You guys are the best. I'm very lucky to have you, and I cannot thank you enough. And yeah, I hope to see you all again soon for another reaction. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye. And now it's time for a comment from the Dat Pack, and today I've chosen lovely Joshua, who says, from my 308 reaction, with Krampus, it isn't like a ghost going from person to person. Think of it like a Wesen, but the Wesen part is extremely recessive and can only come out at certain parts of the year. For some reason, maybe psychological, the person doesn't remember, and it ends up being like a split personality. Because the person isn't fully aware and it is recessive, they will have a normal life, which would normally mean children who would also have this gene and be Krampus. That is what I wanted to know, so thank you for that, Josh. In the US, approximately 2.3 thousand children go missing every day. The number varies too. In 2021, the FBI has over 330,000 missing children reports for the year. This unfortunately isn't abnormal, and often they are not found. Couple that with the fact that any potential witness will describe a fictional Krampus, you have a recipe for Krampus never being caught. Those statistics are terrifying. 330,000 missing children in the US every day. I cannot even fathom that figure. Absolutely terrifying. But obviously in this case, yeah, it was Krampus, and it resulted in him struggling to be caught for years and years and years. Mad. Absolutely mad. But thank you, Josh, for leaving your comment, taking the time to watch my videos. I appreciate it, as always. And yeah, I hope to see you all again soon for another video. Thanks for watching, guys.